hypothesis about mean, comparing sample mean and population mean. So, yung formula natin, C is equals to X bar minus mu over population standard deviation over square root of n. So, again, yung X bar is the mean and minus the mean of the population. Same with the sample po. Pareho lang po sila. Next, so let us try to solve this problem po using the step-by-step procedure natin. So, step 1 is to formulate the hypothesis natin. The null and the alternative hypothesis. So, para sa null hypothesis, syempre, dun sa given problem natin, nakalagay dyan, the treasurer of certain university claims the mean monthly salary of their college professor is 21,750. So, yan po yung HO natin o yung null hypothesis natin. Then, para naman sa alternative, syempre, kung yung nakalagay dyan ay yung mean salary of the college students, 21,750, but nung nag-test daw po sila, it 19,375. So, dyan po ay yung alternative natin, syempre, yung mean ng monthly salary ng college professor is lower than the salary po of the rest. So, yung mu po natin dyan is, para sa alternative, is mas mababa daw po sa 21,700 yung monthly salary ng college professors po natin. Okay, next na po natin, which is yung step 2. Step 2 is to decide the level of significance or yung alpha value natin. So, dun sa problem, nakalagay naman po yung alpha value natin that test the claim at significance value of 0.05 level of significance. So, yun lang po yung level of significance natin. Nakalagay naman. Next, step 3 na po tayo. Step 3 is choose the appropriate test statistics. So, paano natin malalaman? So, nakalagay sa alternative hypothesis natin is yung mu daw natin is less than sa 21,000. So, ibig sabihin, may direction siya. Pag directional nga, yung may left or right or less than, greater than. So, ang gagamitin natin is one-tailed t-test po. One-tailed t-test, which is the left-tailed test po, dahil less than siya. Okay, step 4 na po tayo, which is establish the critical region. So, huwag nyo na yung i-search o hanapin pa. Dun sa previous discussion naman natin, nakalagay naman kapag one-tailed test, tapos 0.5 yung significance, is meron na pong binigay tayong value para sa critical value ng C-scores natin. So, the tabular or critical value of C-score at 0.05 level of significance natin is positive or negative 1.645. Dahil left tail tayo, so dun tayo sa negative 1.645 yung gagamitin natin dyan. So, step 5 na tayo. It is to compute the value of the C-scores natin of the statistical test. Ito po tayo. So, gagamitin natin yung formula kanina. Siyempre, bago yon, hanapin muna natin yung mga given. Isulat muna natin para di tayo malito. So, para dun sa mean of sample natin, sample size natin na mean. So, nakalagay naman dyan yung sample natin na 75 college professor. Ang mean salary nila is 19,375. So, yun yung mean po ng sample natin. Next naman po, syempre kailangan natin yung mu or yung mean ng total population natin. So, nakalagay naman po dyan sa taas, which is yung mean salary daw po ng college professor. It's 21,750. Next is the significance or the standard deviation rather. The standard deviation of population natin, it is 6,000 po. Then, next naman po yung N natin or the number of sample size natin. So, it is 75 college professor. So, 75 po yung N natin. So, gamitan na natin yung formula natin dahil nandiyan na yung mga given natin. So, ang formula again natin ay C is equals to X bar minus mu natin over yung ating standard deviation for population over square root of N. So, substitute lang po natin yung mga values dito sa given natin. So, yung X bar natin is 19,375 minus yung mu natin, which is 21,750. Then, over yung standard deviation ng population natin, which is 6,000 over square root ng N natin or square root ng 75 dahil 75 po yung value ng N natin. So, solve na natin. Unahin muna natin yung nasa taas, which is 19,375 minus 21,750. It is negative 2,375. So, copy lang natin yung mga nasa ilalim. Okay, next naman natin yung nasa ilalim naman muna ang isolve natin, which is yung 6,000 divided by the square root of 75 po is 8.66. So, 6,000 divided by 8.66, it is 692.84. So, last na po, solve na lang natin. Divide na natin yung dalawa. So, makakakuha po tayo ng result as negative 3.43. So, ayan na po yung value ng Z natin or yung Z-score natin. So, next step na tayo, which is yung step 6, which is decide whether to accept or reject the null hypothesis. So, again, dun tayo mag-decide gamit yung critical value natin or yung sa critical region natin. Okay, so, ang nakuha nating Z-score is negative 3.43 and it lies under the rejection region of null natin. So, rejected po yung null natin. And, syempre, kung rejected yung null, ang i-accept natin is the alternative hypothesis natin. So, again, recall lang po tayo, kapag, again, sa left-tailed tayo, yung diniscuss natin, pag left-tailed po, yung Z-score ay mas mababa kaysa sa critical value natin, which is pag left-tailed again, yung Z-score natin kapag less than negative 1.64, yung null hypothesis natin will be rejected. So, ang nakuha natin again is negative 3.43 and it is less than negative 1.645. So, it is rejected po. Again, rejected yung null natin dahil mas mababa siya sa negative 1.645. So, step number 7 na tayo, which is draw the conclusion. So, para sa conclusion natin, okay, so kukuhanin lang din naman natin yan dun sa alternative and natin. So, the mean of monthly salary of the college professor is lower than 21,750 pesos. Dahil nga, yung alternative hypothesis, yun yung inaccept natin. So, ang alternative hypothesis natin doon nakalagay, diba? Yung ating mean salary is lower than 21,750.